And so we settle back. About to begin the showdown with Chad Henne and the Michigan Wolverines against Tory Smith and the Ohio State Buckeyes. This is one of the noisiest venues in college football. And finally we are underway. And it'll go out of the end zone, come out on the 20-yard line. The three-step drop slant, got it. To the 47-yard line, Mario Manningham, his first reception and his longest gain. Mainbacks gaining hard yards into the teeth of a tough defense. Henne again, slant, got it, reaching for the end zone. No, wait a minute now. They're going to call it down.
And it's being very comfortable.
And when he sees Antonio Pittman one-on-one with Mario Manningham, that's where he's checking, and that's where he's going.
Well, you had Antonio Smith to the outside, and he hit the vertical seam. Nice throw.
They come back with the running back. Michigan strikes first. Somewhere, someplace, Bo Schembechler is smiling. 3rd and 16. Here comes the blitz. Engelman trying to get there. Caught. First down inside the 25. Roy Hall. 5 receivers. Smith underneath again. Roy Hall's second catch, and he's inside the 10.
It's underneath.
Play fake. Slant. Another completion to the 2-yard line. Throws for a wide open touchdown, and it's Roy Hall. That's his 3rd catch of this drive. Had time. Threw hard for the first down. Bruston, his first reception.
Preparing to the wee hours.
2nd and 6. Screen, and here comes again. First down again, stepping out of bounds at the 41. Back there in the noisy part, completely closed in. Not particularly nimble, and he'll go down at the 11-yard line. Lawrence Wilson, we're tied at 7 as we start the second quarter. Snap throw on the flanker screen. And putting the ball back in Manningham's hands. John Kerr, the linebacker.
As good as any linebacker in the country, David Harris.
2nd and 4. And a spinning move, breaking free, headed for the end zone. Chris Wells. 52 yards.
Rashawn Crable from the outside, boom, right there. Would love to have a chance back at this play because he could have had Beanie Wells tackled for a loss, but he's able to get through that initial contact, and then it was just a big hole that opened up through the middle of that Michigan defense. And how about the speed, Coach, that he showed in the open field for a big man?
And that's what surprises me at 235 pounds.
Here comes a linebacker blitz. Can't find anybody, in trouble, going to go down. And he threw that one away. There's the penalty. Lamonier is on it, intentionally grounding Antonio Smith.
They have to throw to eventually get back to the run.
They're going to bump on Manningham at the top. You can see the corner. On 3rd down, Henne looks in that direction. Can't find daylight. Has to come back to Bruston underneath. Short of the first down. In the backfield now. Wolverines show blitz. They're coming, and Smith eludes it. And on a comeback route, receiver was left standing. Robisky into the middle of the field. What a play by first Smith, avoiding the pressure, and then Robisky working against the corner.
Troy Smith explains what I mean about that, Kirk.
Well, this is good. Great job of not only Troy Smith buying time to get outside of the pocket, but what you can't see here is Brian Robisky adjusting, coming back to the ball. The near receiver, anytime your quarterback breaks out to the outside, you've got to come back to the ball. And
Leon Hall missed a tackle. And Pittman now, daylight, 10 yards on the left side.
Their coach for the Cleveland Browns.
2nd down, powering ahead. Great fake, wide open, again. Touchdown, Ohio State. And it was off a beautiful fake by Troy Smith. A 39-yard explosion.
It's having a pretty good game, and Wells, the safety and the linebackers came up. Ryan Mundy gets out of position. They worked on this play, I'm sure, all week in practice. Ted again, one-on-one for the touchdown.
And you better bump Ted Ginn at the line of scrimmage. You let him off, I don't care how fast you are.
For the third straight time, it's going to be Hart. And this will be third and fairly short for the Wolverines. Here comes a linebacker blitz. Henne against it, throws high and incomplete. And there's a penalty flag. The penalty flag is thrown against Malcolm Jenkins. This will give the Wolverines a first down. This is the second big penalty against Ohio State.
15-yard penalty, previous spot. Automatic, first down.
Chad Henne's under pressure, sacked him down at the 40-yard line. Golston is there. Joel Penton is there. Got his man down the sideline. Touchdown. They put it in the hands of number 16, Adrian Arrington. 37 yards for the Michigan touchdown, and Michigan scored first in this game. Then they fell back by 2 scores. Then Arrington made it a 1-touchdown game again. Timeout in Columbus. Here's 2nd and 3 now for Troy. He stands in that pocket and hits Robisky again.
His arm strength, he has the ability to squeeze it in there right into the face of that defense, and look how tight a window that was there.
2nd and 10. Here's Gonzalez again, open underneath for another first down. Ohio State steps out of bounds at the 31. 2nd and 7. He's going to wing it again. Gonzalez at the 11. That's his 3rd catch on this drive.
Well, they're going to him, and they're finally getting the matchup that they need. It's so hard.
Michigan.
I'm sorry, Brent. It's so hard for a safety. It's so hard for a linebacker to stay with.
What Trussell wanted to emphasize in that timeout. Slant, Gonzalez, touchdown, Ohio State. That's what he wanted to emphasize. Stick it in the end zone.
Gonzalez here. You've got a linebacker walked here. He's got the option to go whichever way he wants. And in space, it's difficult. He tries to take away the inside, but you're talking about the best wide receiver on the Ohio State team as far as route running, and it's just so hard in space for a linebacker of that size.
3rd and short in the teeth of 100,000. First down, and Hart breaks free. One man to beat, and he pushes him out of bounds. Malcolm Jenkins, the corner, saves the touchdown.
Love this one because watch the fullback, Alibo, right there. A great block on Brandon Mitchell, the safety up in the box. That is Bo Schembechler isolation football, Brent.
Turned his body out and opened that hole.
First down. Come right back with the running play to the 2-yard line with their opening drive of the second half.
It is.
On the 1st and goal. Hart. Touchdown, Michigan. Call your friends, folks. Call them right now. This one's getting real interesting.
Isn't it amazing? They start the game with a great drive.
Score more. We don't have enough points. Coach Trussell was all over it. 5 plays, 60 yards. We're back to 7. 49 points. And we just started the second half.
Yep.
3rd and 9, and again the blitz is coming. They try to pinch 10 in, hit him on the release, intercepted on the deflection. Allen Branch came back. Big Allen, ball deflected. First turnover of the afternoon.
But the plan to pressure this spread look. This time, though, they only rush 4, flush Troy Smith out. He throws the football into traffic. And how about Allen Branch at 320 pounds?
We just
and Garrett Rivas pulls the Wolverines 3 points closer. With White leading the way, breaking free again. Touchdown, Ohio State. This time it's Antonio Pittman. The first half belonged to Chris Wells, but they explode the middle again. 56 yards for the junior. Let's see what the Wolverines come up with here. They're going to try to throw for it. Going long, downfield, Manningham, Jenkins jumps for it, and he's got it, intercepts it. On 3rd and short, referee upstairs will start to take a look at it.
In the 3rd and 1 call, they wanted the one-on-one matchup with Manningham against Malcolm Jenkins.
On the country, let's see what Lamagne's got
Following
here.
the review, indisputable video evidence, the pass is incomplete. 4th down Michigan at the 42-yard line.
There you go.
Of course, you did say
I'm going to throw Steve. Yeah, if he wins, then he wins the trophy. Steve Slayton at West Virginia.
That's fair. Oh, loose on the ground. Michigan. Branch is in on it. Alan Branch, who had an interception earlier, and suddenly this game takes another twist. Into the teeth of the crowd that closed in. End around. Preston trying to get free. Needs a block. End zone. Reaches. Touchdown, Michigan. The 9-yard end around.
What great speed coming around the edge. Jay Richardson had no chance to get to him, and the acceleration that he has allows him to get across the goal line and into the end zone.
And I do see, you see the right knee down, but I think that ball was extended to break the plane of that goal line right there.
For the offense, but
Following the review, indisputable video evidence, the runner did not score. It will be 3rd and goal, half-yard line.
they offset Olivo to the right. Hart, stop, can't be stopped. Touchdown this time for Michigan, his 3rd of the afternoon. 2nd down and 3. Pittman banging his way for a 1st down.
They're blitzing it, playing man.
A strike again, spins around to the outside. And out of bounds, but he crosses the 40-yard line. Dangerous from that spot. Fumble. Ball's on the ground again on a bad snap. Daddish, who snapped one high a short time ago, has another bad snap.
Bad snap, but you know what? A lot of confidence. People don't think about shotgun snaps or punt snappers. When you lose that confidence, it's hard to get it back. He never had the grip on that football.
Yeah, he never had control of the ball at all. It's his job.
Watch this shotgun snap right here. Great snap, my God.
And 2nd and 8, there's that fake. And Smith's going to take off himself. Steps out of bounds at the 29-yard line with a 1st and 10. And he has made so many big plays the last couple of years for the Bucs. Looking in that direction. Smith has to take off. Dances free now. He'll throw incomplete. And a penalty flag. Michigan will debate this. Crable, personal foul. A huge call with 6:49 to go.
The thing that Sean Crable did is he came high towards Troy Smith's headgear. Anytime you lead with your helmet, that is not to mention that it was out of bounds, but if you lead with your helmet, you're going to get called for that every time.
No question, an excellent call right there.
If you work on the clock, he's going to fire for it. End zone. Got it. Touchdown. Goes back to Robisky. Brian Robisky as Jim Tressel fires away. This reception just to make sure that Robisky has one in bounds and control.
It's a designed fade stop by Ohio State to come back, and Morgan Trent slips.
Let's see if he has the foot in bounds on possession here.
It's too high there.
Boy, he's in.
The Fiesta Bowl. Lost a great trio of linebackers led by A.J. Hawk. Now 3rd and 14 against Haycock's defense. Henne will not get it off. He is sacked. Jay Richardson, number 99, the senior from Dublin, Ohio, is in on the quarterback. That is the 4th sack of the game for the Buckeyes. 55. Time goes deep down the far side. Incomplete. Manningham interference. Michigan retains possession. Jamaria O'Neal. 2nd and 4. Firing, diving, rolling catch for a 1st down. What a brilliant play that was. Away from the pressure, still has to throw and does. Complete. Touchdown, Michigan. Bounce right back, and it hit Tyler Ecker. So 2 fellas who have not caught a ball all day. Throws for it, and he's got it. It's a 3-point game on Breston's 2-point conversion. Up now. They show that they're going to kick it to the kicker's left. Here it is, onside kick, battle for the scrum, and Ted Ginn right there wraps it up for the Buckeyes. Remember now, Michigan out of timeout. Snaps it on 2. Game over. Ohio State will play for a national championship. The Buckeyes beat their arch rival again. Jim Tressel, 5-1 against Lloyd Carr. Let's go down below to Bonnie.
Jim Tressel, such a tight game. In your mind, what helped number 1 emerge over number 2?
Well, those are 2 great football teams. And our team has got a lot of belief in one another. They love one another. Got a lot of humility, and they just keep playing.
Now that you've played this team, what are your thoughts on a rematch in the national championship game?
We're going to enjoy today the Ohio State-Michigan game and the Big Ten championship. Thank you.
Our scene in Columbus. They saw a great game